This video will show you how to make digital annotations using Microsoft Word. First, you will need to download or access the document your teacher wants you to use. Today, we will practice with the poem I Hear America Singing by Walt Whitman. I've set up my annotation bookmark on the right side of my screen so that way I can check off which annotations I have already done. We will be using this bookmark to help us notice important aspects of the text. Whenever I see something I want to comment about, I will highlight it and make an annotation by using the comment function under the Review tab. Let's highlight the title so that way we can see how this works. I highlight what I want to notice, I go to the Review tab, I click New Comment, and a box appears on the right-hand side of the document. Here's where I can type my comments. I'm going to say that I think this title is interesting because I never thought about America singing. I can put a star and then write my comment. Okay, so let's begin reading the poem. I hear America singing, the varied carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be blithe and strong. I'm going to stop here because I'm not sure what the word blithe means. So I'm going to highlight it and then look up what the word means in a dictionary. I can use an online dictionary to do this. And when I type in the word blithe to dictionary.com, I see that it means joyous or merry. So I'm going to write that definition in my comment box. Alright, let's keep going. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam. The mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work. The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat. The deckhand singing on the steamboat deck. The shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench. The hatter singing as he stands. The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his way in the morning, or at noon, intermission, or at sundown. The delicious singing of the mother, or of the young wife at work, or of the girl sewing or washing, each singing what belongs to him or her and to no one else. There's a lot here that I can relate to. One of them being the carpenter, because my father knows a lot about carpentry. So I'm going to put an R and then write my comment about how my father also was a carpenter. I'm also noticing that Whitman is using the to start every line of the poem. And I think this is purposeful repetition. So I'm going to highlight one of the thes and use this for my usage. I think he's repeating the to show that each job is just as significant as the next. So I'm going to write that in my comment box. I also noticed that Many of these jobs are stereotypical, especially this one about the mother and the young wife and the girl sewing and washing. I'm going to use this as my evaluate because it really shows how narrow-minded people in that time period were. You will notice that if you misspell something, you can use the spell check to help you. Alright, let's finish the poem. The day, what belongs to the day? At night the party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong melodious songs. I think the main idea of this poem is this line where the speaker says, each singing what belongs to him or her, no one else. So I'm going to highlight it. And I want to put my comment as one of the main ideas. So I'm going to put a star. It seems like Whitman is using singing as a metaphor to display the diversity of America, just like the varied voices in a choir. Lastly, I need to ask a question, and what I've been wondering this whole time is why did Whitman only choose to highlight these professions? There's so many other jobs out there. So I'm going to highlight one of the professions and make my comment in a question. Why did Whitman only choose to write about these jobs? Possibly it has something to do with the time period. So I'm going to write that in response. Okay, so let's check to make sure we have done one of each type on the bookmark. I just asked a question about why Whitman wrote only about these professions. I noticed the usage with the repetition of the word the in each line. I noticed a few main ideas about how the poem seems to be a metaphor for the variety of voices in America. I looked up the word Blythe for my vocabulary. I made an evaluation by noticing that it seemed kind of stereotypical that only the women were able to do sewing or washing. And I related to the poem because my dad also is a very good carpenter. So it looks like I have one of each type on the bookmark. I hope this video helps you to use digital annotations as a new way to respond to texts.